So apparently right now the DayZ official servers are being hacked, and I remember a couple months ago launching this game and having my antivirus tell me that some of the official servers were malicious. Apparently it's only gotten worse since then. There's been reports of official servers being DDoSed and players being disconnected a lot on the game. So today I figured I would investigate this, so let's just launch the game into the server browser and just see what happens here. So we are in the DayZ server launcher, whatever, where you can pick which server you want to play. And if we go over to the official servers, we're gonna let it load. And there we have it. Website blocked due to riskware. So apparently that is still a thing, with some of the official servers being on malicious IP addresses. I've seen reports of servers being clogged with a fake IP. That doesn't seem to be the case right now. It's still loading though. It's still getting more servers added, so we'll wait until all the servers are loaded in. And here's another one, which this one apparently is a Trojan. These all seem to be actual official servers. I'm not seeing any spoofed servers here, so maybe they've already started working on removing those spoof servers, because the reports I've seen is that the official servers were all being clogged by fake servers with the same IP address that had like 200 players on each, making it practically impossible for you to join an actual server, because those servers just did not work. They were not real servers that you could join. They just clogged up the whole server list and you weren't able to actually find or join official servers because they were being DDoSed and offline, or you would keep getting disconnected. But right now I'm not seeing any of those spoof servers. I'm only seeing actual official servers. But even then, I still have those reports from my antivirus telling me that some of these servers addresses IP are malicious. All right, so we are at 79 servers. It stopped moving. Oh, we have another one. Website blocked due to being compromised. Okay, so that's all the official servers here. And there's at least 3 reports here from my antivirus saying that the servers are not safe. So I'm just gonna close this and we're gonna go and investigate the reports that we just got. Okay, so we are now in the antivirus. Okay, so let's see here. We have from dayzlauncher.exe category riskware, the IP address here. Okay, so we have one that's a riskware, a Trojan, and a compromised website. And all of them have been blocked by my antivirus. Apparently the IP address is not safe. Now, what does this actually mean? Does this mean that the servers are actually dangerous for you to play on? Like if you were to join that server, would anything actually happen to you? And to be honest, I don't think that is the case. It's not uncommon for IP addresses to have reports that they are dangerous, but to not actually be. Game servers specifically get sold or changed over time. We've seen something similar happen with Black Ops 3, where at some point people were giving reports, or even the most recent Call of Duty games, Malwarebytes, specifically telling people that they were connecting to risky IP addresses while playing the game. And the fact is that the IP addresses are probably IPs that were compromised at some point, or that were used for malicious purposes at some point, but that doesn't mean that this is the case anymore. If the game servers were bought by Bohemia and they used to be compromised or used for malicious purposes years ago by another company, then that IP address is still in the logs here of the antivirus telling us that the IP is dangerous. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's still the case though. I remember looking into this maybe a year ago at most and having the exact same thing happen in the server browser. I had some risky IPs showing up just like this. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean that the servers are dangerous for you to join and play on. So as you can see here, one of the users who actually made a post on the Malwarebytes forum talking about this back in April, talking about some of the IP addresses that were blocked, and I recognize some of them here being ones that were blocked for me right now in January 2025. And there's been an answer here saying that they blocked 4 of the 5 IPs and they've been unblocked. Sure, they might have been unblocked, but it seems like they were blocked again. And so I did a quick search of one of the IPs here that were blocked by my antivirus, and it appears that it is still actively unsafe. We can see that we have antivirus detections here for backdoors and Trojans being used with this IP address. There's 22 unique domains that have used this IP address before. I would be very surprised if DayZ was the one actually sending those threats to people, but as we can see down here, there was a report by Microsoft Defender saying that a Trojan was being distributed, and that was November 6th, 2024. That's not that long ago, and this IP address that was mentioned here in April 2024 by this user seems to still be actively distributing malware. As we can see here, October as well had a bunch of reports. So yeah, I mean, there's 3,874 pages of this IP address distributing Trojan. That's a lot of reports if each page has 10 reports each. So that's 38,000 Trojan files that were distributed using this IP address. And the fact that there's 22 domains, so it's probably a couple of them that are doing it. And for some reason, DayZ is using that IP address as a server as well. Now, that doesn't make you playing on that server in DayZ unsafe. That's why your antivirus is freaking out when you open the game, because some other domains that use this IP are using it for malicious intent. The servers are being DDoSed. We're not really sure how this is happening. As you've seen here, when I launched the game, I actually didn't have any of the fake servers that were on the list, so it seems like Bohemia is actively working on protecting their server lists. But apparently, if you do join a server and play, you will actually have issues with disconnecting and lag and all that because the servers are being attacked. Now, the real question is, how do attackers actually manage to create those fake servers? Which I guess I'll put a video on screen here showing what I'm talking about, because I cannot see it on my game right now. The fact is, if they did it once, they might do it again. It just so happened that when I decided to test it, it wasn't there, but I still want to give the warning that if attackers are able to go in the server list and put fake servers on there, it means that they have some kind of internal access to the server list. DDoS attacks are something. You can DDoS an IP address, but for you to actually put your own fake server list in the official server list of the game means that there's something else a bit deeper going on here. There's probably some exploit or vulnerability that was found, and people were able to get access to some of the physical files of the servers or something and be able to modify them. We don't know why people are doing this or how far it's gonna go, and I think it's important for people to at least be mindful of the fact that DayZ right now is being targeted as an attack. Depending on what the attackers actually have under their hands, it could get worse or it could just be over right now because Bohemia shut that shit down. But just be mindful that if someone has access to the physical servers, that's really not good. DayZ is a somewhat outdated game at this point, running on a game engine from what, 2018, I believe. Who knows what kind of exploits could have been discovered in that time. As far as I know, DayZ devs are not really the best with their server protection. I mean, hackers have been rampant, even though there's an anti-cheat, and that's been the case for years, and the servers have been having issues for at least a year at this point, again with DDoS attacks, and it seems to be the worst it's ever been right now. And I'm wondering really why this game is being targeted so much by the attackers and what they're actually planning to do or what goal they have in doing this. Because if they have found a vulnerability or an exploit or something in this game, then they're definitely going to use it, and as of right now we don't really have any information about that. But I did want to make this video really quickly because I think it's important for people to at least be warned that DayZ might not be the safest game to be playing on your machine right now until more information is given by Bohemia or until we actually have news of what's going on and why the attackers are doing this and what they're planning to do. There's rumors right now that attackers are blackmailing Bohemia for money. I'm not sure how believable that is. There's no trusted sources about this. That's just a rumor going around right now, but I still thought I would mention it here in this video because who knows, this might actually be the case. Maybe that's the reason the servers, the spoof servers are gone. Maybe they paid up. I don't know. Do be mindful that the servers are being DDoSed, and you're probably not going to be able to play very smoothly on the official servers until that is fixed entirely, if at all, because again, it's been happening for years that DayZ servers are being DDoSed, but right now it seems to be the worst it's ever been, but in the past it's definitely happened before. So really your best bet if you're playing even on console, because apparently this is also happening on console, your best bet is probably to just play community servers for the time being. There's really no reason to play official because of hackers and DDoS attacks and everything. But yeah, just be aware that the game is being targeted right now, and who knows how deep this is gonna go. So if you're planning on playing DayZ, just be mindful that some sketchy shit is going on right now with the official servers. I wouldn't recommend you to be playing on them until this is fixed. I'll be posting a comment when I have more information about the situation, so if you're watching this video a couple weeks maybe after it releases, check the comments. The pinned one will give you info and updates about this video on what's going on. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.